Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Short and sweet, friends, because I need to be devastated emotionally today. Good thing we're watching Arcane, Season 2, Episode 8, Killing is a Cycle. Sounds pleasant. Are we all ready? Love this show, friends, but boy oh boy, just give me a glimmer of what Echo's realized future could have possibly been in our Prime universe. Just a taste for some of our people. Before we get started, friends, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time we go live. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. But my friends, all that is then. This is now, and now it's time to watch the penultimate episode of Arcane, Season 2, Episode 8, Killing is a Cycle. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. How would you describe Arcane? Well, it's an emotional sledgehammer. Well, how would you describe watching every episode? It's like someone screaming, batter up. By the way, I did notice in editing, too, that the record that they put down in the last episode was Echo and Powder. Back to Mel. I still think Mel's got something that might be able to help us out here. Or, I don't know, kill us all. That's what protected her from the rocket. Oh, wow. She has way more of those gold bands on, I think, than she normally does, right?
One of you? A mage?
We each have our own expressions. Yours is quite rare.
Wow.
Able to sense others' inner selves and bend their magic. A conduit and a mirror.
She has the same decorations.
I can see through your tricks. That makes me a threat.
For the gifted, arrogance is the ultimate threat.
Ooh.
A simple blade would do nicely.
Where is my brother?
He's dead.
His fate wasn't among your mother's lies.
You killed him.
Your talents develop quickly. It's no coincidence. The Arcane is waking up.
What has
boy.
my mother done?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Our efforts to divert her course have foundered. We can't afford another failure.
This is what you see in me? A silver bullet?
Ooh.
Your birth, the entire course of your life, was no accident. She hid you because you are that which she covets most.
Power or weapon?
What is this?
A welcome to your future.
When she was a child in that flashback, the person that she wanted her mom to spare was wearing that same type of like headdress thing, the head like jewelry.
The world is a perilous place for a solitary mage. Sister.
Well, it's on and fucking popping. This show, I mean, this show, I mean, it's just unreal. It's utterly unreal. I need to know way more about what Jace is being seen, how he's come to the conclusion that like Victor had to die. I assume Echo is going to be back in play too. Okay, so it's not that long after the battle. She ain't going down without a fight. They bury him standing up. That is badass. Is he just draining the blood out of it? Vander.
What of their herald?
The blood should sustain Victor for a short while. Beyond that, it is up to his own will.
Victor's still alive.
Your ingenuity deserves praise. I am
Grateful. The world I now see
is more.
This might be bad.
An anomaly festers beneath the hex gates. I believe it has the capacity to complete the Doctor's transformation.
I will deliver you to this anomaly, if you agree to empower every soldier I bring you.
Victor.
Evolve all those willing.
Sky, stop him if he's... Oh my god, this is just no good. None of this is good. I think Jace might have been right. Look at that shot.
It's all of 3 dots to patch you up.
Ah.
Loris?
Wasn't sure you'd pull through.
You never knew his name.
Maybe we can negotiate.
Not with Ambessa. I saw it in her eyes. She will burn Piltover to the ground for my betrayal. You believe I'm so daft I can't recognize a contingency? She wasn't there for my benefit. She was there because you didn't trust me to follow through.
Can you blame me?
Right.
She oinked poison in your ear and you just ate it.
I know!
Then why are you doing this?
The only thing Jinx cared about was getting you to safety. Then she just surrendered. I didn't even have time to think before they hauled her off. We can't erase our mistakes. None of us.
It's horse shit, man. Come
Who
on.
decides who gets a second chance?
Right. Oh man, she's gonna be... It's gonna be in a bad way here, everybody. Gonna be in a bad way. Yep.
She can't accept what you and I know. There are no happy endings.
Oh.
No amount of good deeds can undo our crimes!
Great.
I didn't know your mom was there. It probably wouldn't have made a difference, but I didn't know.
She's fucking back, everybody. Yeah, what happened there, though? It was her power that saved you. This will be interesting. Did they use like the gold like welding to put the table back together?
You're the reason we didn't die in the attack.
Yep.
But this, I still don't fully understand.
Why just me? Why not save all of them?
She couldn't control it.
Well, I didn't have any greater awareness.
How can I know you aren't lying to me?
Why would you think I am?
Because you used me.
What?
Two brilliant young inventors who shared a penchant for impossible surprises, carrying magic from myth to machine.
Watch out, Mel.
Allow us a moment of civility, Jace.
Oh, shit.
No, this is your obsession. Everything you've done to these people, you did alone.
Jesus, Jace.
I would prefer to do so in peace. The Noxian has other intentions.
Mother?
Ooh. Nice job.
This chain of events started with you.
You can't...
The glorious evolution is destined. Let us instead do this once again as partners.
He's gonna snap your neck, dude.
It was my sincere desire to avoid this.
He's gonna snap your neck. Jesus. Mel, do you have anything? He's being controlled by someone else. Come on, Mel. I don't even know who the fuck to root for, man. It didn't hit Mel, did it? Dear God. Those things are all over the city. It must be Victor. Sky, you see it right, don't you?
Doctor, you may begin the process.
Holy shit.
A spark of rebellion still burns inside that husk, I see. No. Killing is a cycle. One that started long before Vanda and me. I thought I could break free by eliminating those I deemed my jailers. But... Jinx, I think the cycle only ends when you find the will to walk away.
If you come, help use all that explosive potential of yours for good, maybe we could rewrite your story, like you did with Zahn.
Oh, man.
You're never gonna give up on me, are you?
Can't.
You don't have to worry about me anymore. You don't need to feel guilty about being happy. You deserve to be with her. There's no good version of me.
Yes, there is.
Break the cycle.
Thanks!
Oh, my God.
But there's one thing I know in my bones. There is no force in this world that can control you.
It's all, the whole thing here's fucked up. Oh, they got lane representatives.
Quiet! Forgive me.
Look at this shit.
This creature infiltrated the very room you're standing in. And we barely survived. Hundreds more are on the way. I'm asking, no begging you, every one of you, top side and bottom, to aid us in this coming war. The forces against us are too great. We need every hand we can get.
Who's this guy? They're
We're
pulling
abandoning
everybody.
the city's outskirts to stage our defense at the Hex Gates. The final bastion of our salvation.
They're pulling everybody in.
If you choose to flee, don't stop running. But I'm choosing to fight.
The last stand of Zahn. Where is Echo? We need his leadership. Oh my God, this kid's gonna get... He's a piano player, musician. In another world, Milo would be sitting beside you. They're coming to fight. After everything you motherfuckers did to them, they're coming to fight. Is someone gonna get down here and let Vi out?
Had a feeling I might find you here.
I really believe she'd help.
She's going to.
You really think I needed all the guards at the Hex Gates? Sorry to say, you've grown a bit predictable.
Is this their one moment of happiness before?
While you were gone, I saw someone.
Kate. I don't fucking care.
I think Maddie might. Love this song, man. Take your happiness while you can. Amazing music. Jesus God Almighty. These runes, this is what's her guy had those green runes that he put on his staff that he could like deflect shit with. And he was like muttering over them, and he lost a shit ton of people. Yeah. This might not go real well, Mel.
Your brother was struck with curiosity. He got caught in their web and with every action grew more deeply entangled.
So you let him die?
Whew.
Nursed him from my bosom. He was all the sweetness in my heart. For that they took him. Carved into me a wound that will never close.
Look at her.
I pray you never suffer the agony of being forced to forsake one child to save another.
You should have come to me.
The little muscles firing on her face. The animation's amazing.
Board your boats. Leave our shores. I will join you. We can avenge Kino together.
That's a hell of a...
The fact you've come to parley for your friends' lives prove you still lack the wrath necessary to defeat an enemy like the Rose.
What have you done, Mother?
She's just joined forces. She really hasn't done shit.
I guess this is goodbye.
Oh, Victor, what are you doing?
I will miss our talks.
No. You won't.
Oh my God. Oh my God. See, it's burning away everything that was Vander. Oh my God. So are these all getting turned into the automaton things? Oh my God, including Vander. Holy shit. What the hell are you, Victor? Oh, you sons of bitches. The one time I'm expecting the epilogue, we don't get it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the penultimate episode of Arcane, Season 2, Episode 8, Killing is a Cycle, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just got done watching the penultimate episode of the series of Arcane, Killing is a Cycle, Episode 8. Okay, so this was the setup for everything. We're there. This is the places, everybody, places right before the final scene, as we make sure that everybody gets into their takes their mark on the stage, as just like the opening dictates. I always thought that the opening looked like a black box presentation of some type of like contemporary dance number or some type of like improv or something like that. You know, everybody kind of lounging, wearing like the very loose clothing, you know, having Echo do his movements and everything. You know, it just seemed so much like a show, so much like a play, so much like a presentation, you know, a delineation of a story via the art of music and visuals and dance and movement. Everything speaks to this being the curtain call. Placed everybody, got everybody back with the exception of Echo. We don't know where Echo is in play. We're assuming that he made it back to this timeline. We saw his disappearance in episode 7, you know, or his return, I guess, in episode 7. So he'll be back in play. We have to see exactly, though, what he's able to do. If he's bringing that time element with him, that could definitely help, you know, 4 seconds no longer. Maybe he still has that part of it. I'm really curious to see how he can come into play with all of this. Oh my God. So it's safe to say that whatever Victor became in that cocoon that he was put in initially after the explosion in the council chamber, he came out not as Victor. I mean, we speculated on that since that occurred. But I mean, it's definitely verified now that there's some type of greater force, whether it be the embodiment or the living consciousness of the arcane, or this anomaly born from the arcane, or arcanic evolution. Is that even something? You know, that could potentially be it. But you know, they're giving everybody revelatory moments. They're giving everybody they're tying off strings here to things that needed to be said and needed to be done. And whenever you're gearing up narratively, whenever you're gearing up for a final moment where you want your characters to be in a position to die, or a position to move on or evolve or leave things behind, then you try to do your best to give them some measure of a stamp, some measure of a postmark to their current lives, that you know, an epitaph, something to let everybody know that this is how it ended, this is why it ended, this was the mindset I was in when it ended. And so, you know, I mean, if you go around the horn, let's go through our people. You know, Jinx believes now that there is no way that she can ever be good. You know, there's no version of me that's good. And we know as the audience that that's bullshit because we have literally just seen a version of her that has presumably always been good. You know what I mean? Again, which lends me to believe I have been a Jinx truther from the jump, much to my detriment. I've taken a ton of shit for, for loving Jinx, but again, the reason why I love her is this very reason. She was never meant to be broken. She survived by becoming broken. And now she's been able to heal herself by sheer force of will and the strength that she draws from or drew from those around her to put herself back together. But now with the loss of Isha, with the loss of Vander again, it's too much for her. Honest to God, who could it be? It's too much for anybody you would put in this circumstance. They wouldn't be here. Jinx is one of the strongest characters I've ever seen. That she has been able to go through all of this and is still up, still on her feet, still fucking swinging. And she has come to the grips that that was her kind of epitaph is when she said, you know, there's no version of me that's good. And so now we're going to get the Jinx that's going to be the 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 monkey wrench, the you know, loose cannon during this battle that's coming up. What is she going to do? We know full well that Jinx is capable of mighty things, that she is able to bring Piltover to its knees, that she is able to, you know, fear everywhere. I have no doubt that if given enough time, Jinx could mount just as an effective defense as the entirety of Piltover could, because she thinks there is no box that she ever thought inside. So she can think of a way to get this done. However, in her we don't know what the result of those things are for Jinx, though. Jinx thinks of this is how I can stop it, but she never thinks of what that mean afterwards, you know? So if we are in fact, I don't think that we're dealing with the same type of Jinx that we had in season one. I think we're dealing with that reformed powder Jinx hybrid that we've had the last couple episodes of this season. You know, she's broken, she's hurting, but again, that top box, how to stay alive, the book according to Jinx, number one, the first fucking box you check is survive. And she is still alive, which means she's still a threat. She can still do what she needs to do, but at what cost? Vi and Caitlyn, they have their moment, you know? And of course, I mean, I'm not under the impression that this is the first time that they've been together physically, but this is probably the last time that they'll do it, because this show is not going to let us have a white picket fence, you know, ending where they're together and happy and they're old and they've got kids and, you know, everything is, you know, they have a family if they so desire it. You know, we're never going to see anything like that. We're never, that's for Vi and Powder and Vi, Powder, Jinx, that's not in the cards for them. It never was. It never will be. The entirety of their lives has been spent in very Vi and Jinx. I think the easiest way to say this is life has fought them since birth. They have been in a pit fight with life itself, and life is not happy with them. Absolutely not. So now it comes down to, if life is the adversary, the one that has done so much to the sisters, then by God, the embodiment of that life is, of course, Victor, who can bestow life. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is it. This is a moment for the sisters to actually call their own shot. And I'm hoping to God that they are able to at least get a few licks in, to at least make them pay for what they fucked with the wrong sisters. And I'm telling you this right now, life in and of itself, they fucked with the wrong sisters in Vi and Jinx. They're going to cause absolute hell when Victor gets to town. And you know what? This is their story. It always has been their story, Vi and Jinx. Everybody else is second billing to these two. And the fate of Piltover lies not in the hands of Jace, not in the machinations of Ambessa, not in the magic now of Mel. It relies in the love of two fucking sisters, as they are going to stand against this tide themselves. And I know it. I know it in my soul that we are going to see the two of them do what they do best, fight life and tell it, motherfucker, if you want me, come and get me. And I am here for it, and I am fucking terrified to watch this last episode because this has been season 2. Season 1 was bad. Season 1 was bad. Season 2 has wrecked me. I think about this show constantly. I mean, you can't experience a story like this without it resonating throughout, your memory, and especially when having recently watched it. But this is a haunting story, and this story will continue to haunt my thoughts anytime I see anything that even remotely I hear good music, I see good animation, I'm a witness to another fantastic tale. All the time I will back to Arcane, back to Arcane, back to Arcane. This is a monumental flagstone type of tale that in the future I will never stop recommending. I will sing its praises from now until Judgment Day. And regardless of how it ends, this show has been monumentally fantastic. It has been like generationally great. And I can only imagine that there's no real way to stick the landing on this one, because I don't know what to expect. And I don't know what I would want them to do to stick the landing, but they're going to tell me in the next episode. And friends, with everybody else in play, everybody else getting their moments, we got to see Vander kind of burn away. He's gone. We saw Victor. What little was left of Victor burn away. He's gone. Sky burned away. She's gone. Everything, the table has been cleared. All the pieces, all the dead pieces are off the board. And all we have left now are those that fight and those that fight against life. And I am here for it. And I am terrified to see what happens to the sisters. But we know it's going to be bad. We know it can't be great. And if it's great, it would be the greatest shock of my life if somehow they make it through the other side of this. But friends, let's leave it up to the creatives. These gods of the word are going to tell us the end of this story, and I am here for it, and I hope you'll join me. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, Patreon, all that great stuff. Now it's time to say goodbye, but where should we say goodbye from? Friends, we say goodbye from that second, that beat, that moment, right before the curtain rises, right before the stage is revealed for the final scene of this fantastic play, as everybody is in position in the darkness, silhouetted against some of the footlights in the rear as the light creeps underneath the curtain, licking and telling of the lines that will be delivered, but the hopes and dreams of the audience on the other side of that curtain lie with these players on a stage. And for a moment, friends, we're with them. We're with those players because we're a part of this tale too, a very important part. And friends, I hope you'll join me for the end. Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.